Well, it was the new year, and instead of clanking of crystal and explosions off out in the distance, we went hiking, which seemed pretty on brand. We have this place called Oxbow Loop, which is kind of here in the Cascades. It's a nature trail. I mean, we're going with children. There's us and another family. Like, obviously, it was pretty easy. We got there, and just a nice reminder of how beautiful it is at sunrise. Also, sunrise on January 1st is pretty darn late here in the Northwest, so even with a bunch of kids, it's not hard to get up there for that first light. Right as we parked, there was just like this spectacular light headed off on the river here, so I started walking up and had my photo partner attached to my chest as normal.
And my sister, I don't see much.
I really like these photos. I think kind of the mist and the haze came out really well. I was using my Leica M6 on these ones with the Kodak Vision3 500T film. From there, everybody finally had all their snacks and all their jackets and all their coats and all their hats and all their gloves and all their snacks and all the things that they needed to be able to go on a half-mile nature walk.
Saw my daddy cry for the first time.
And we started walking, and that's when we got to this point. And these are some of my favorite film photos I've ever, like nature film photos I've ever made. The light came out so well. The exposure is actually like brilliant enough and bold enough and stuff, and just looks so good here in these film photos. I just want to, like, I'm really stoked about these ones.
Oh, I never understood when God took his mind, he took ours too.
One camera is never enough, and I always want to make things more interesting. So I also had my Olympus Infinity Mini along with me as well. That also shooting Vision3 500T, so they had the same film in it. Whereas the Leica had its 85B filter on it to balance it out to be daytime. This is just being shot natively.
But I haven't given up against others' opinions. But that love left me scarred and restless. And if I want love, I've gotta work hard to let go. 'Cause I never get it easy. There's nobody who could please me when I'm all caught up. Trying to love someone. He don't love me yet, and I'm scared to death.
As we kept hiking, obviously we had to take our photo of the day to continue that project.
And I let myself go cold. I'm tired of being told.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, little dude fell asleep. He does it a lot.
Quiet, I am too stubborn. I should be more self-assured, but I've seen too much.
And as we were kind of coming around here and taking pictures of these big mosses hanging off the tree, I took the last photos of my Leica for the day, which is always a little bit tough. I always hate it when I run out of, when I like finish a roll just before I get to the end of something, just because like, what do we find cool more stuff? But luckily I had 2 cameras, so I planned ahead. These last ones here, I really love the way the lighting turned out. Like, it was just such a beautiful moment to see the light coming through these, and it came out really good. I'm really curious. I kind of wish that I had the version with the 85B filter on just to see if the color would have corrected differently and stuff, but even the edits off of the Olympus here without the filter turned out really nice. Then once we're back at the cars, everyone was having some more snacks and sitting around, and I went off and fired off the last couple photos here of the river, kind of, which is where I'd started shooting with the Leica earlier, and just look very different now. This just kind of interesting to see how the day looks different and stuff. But again, I'm really happy with how the colors turned out on these. I think that they turned out really nicely in a way that I didn't really expect for not using the filter.
All the things I love, where they come and go, but what I need, it never knows. It's the chase of time, it's the fear I'll fail, it's never knowing who I am. It's where I'll go, it's what I'll see, it's what it takes to chase that dream.
Anyway, thanks for watching. What'd you do in the new year? Let me know in the comments below. See you around.
World of my desires,